Good afternoon, hockey fans. We are back once again at the Ice Castle in Pittsburgh, PA. It's a quarterfinal matchup between your Minnesota Junior Whitecaps and the Assabet Valley American Flags. I don't know what their nickname is. It's Assabet Valley, apparently in Massachusetts, as a Google search will tell me. Very red, white, and blue. And this is, once again, Premier Ice Prospects Labor Day Festival 14U Division. A little bit of an early start as we're scheduled for 4 p.m. Eastern local time. Game before ended a little early, so we are here now, and about to get started. With me here, I'm trying to check something on YouTube, make sure everything's running as expected. I think we've been doing well, got some good feedback here. But again, this is quarterfinal matchup, so the Junior Whitecaps went 3-0 in their pool play, and I believe they've ended up the second seed in the gold bracket. So 3 games to a championship, quarterfinal game starting now, semifinals tomorrow morning, and a finals tomorrow afternoon. Let's see if we can get there. First step, winning this one right now. About to get started. It looks like the Cragness line out to start. Wagner, Jr Cragness. Looks like Ruby Assabet in net to start off for the Junior Whitecaps. Looks like we've got Josie Nelson, Elizabeth Solonic starting off at defense. It was a false start. Sorry about that. And we are off. That one dumped in. Zoom down. 15 minutes, 3 periods. There were no timeouts allowed in the pool play games. I think there might be one per team here. Once you start the bracket play, we will find out if, in fact, any team needs one. Lisa puck in the far corner. On the boards, Nelson will get it at the blue line, swings it in. Jr picks it up, finds Wagner out front, backhand off the glove. Tried to get a forehanded rebound and couldn't settle it down to get the shot off. Wagner now back out front. Jr fires kick save. Assabet Valley's goalie. I don't know what they're called. I want to call them the Colonials because they look very colonial in the red, white, and blue and stars on their sweaters. We'll call them the Colonials. And I mean no offense if they are not the Colonials, which they likely are not. I'm making up names. Newman line now in. Newman, Lamantia, and Riley Andrew. Newman fires, scores! Put it on the board. Newman style. Early 1-0 lead for the new man, Ingrid. She might not have been great in their Bill Biv DeVoe video last night, no offense, but a dynamo on the ice, gets a little pad from Lamantia and gets on the board her first goal of the weekend. See if that gets things going for this line. I don't know where the assist came from. To be honest, I'm not sure I was watching. Minute and a half in, 1-0 Whitecaps, and that is likely an offsides. Newman line staying in. We've got Noble and who's that over there? Madison Mills out of Woodbury, Minnesota. On the right D. Newman with a snipe. Sorry about that. I was moving some stuff around, apparently an icing. I just can't get it together here. It is I believe, Saturday afternoon.
We're in the car. I just watched the Lamantia.
Go sit down. Go to the bar.
Way better.
Way better. Where do you get this kind of insight but on this stream? That one knocked down. And it's Nichols on the left, Garrity on the right. Just ahead of Garrity's strip from Nichols. There have been Chaska Chan's teammates who youth hockey, both attending Holy Family now as freshmen. Both of them on the varsity soccer team. Phenomenal athletes looking to get things kicking here in bracket play. Caroline Peatman rounds out their line, having a great tournament. 2 goals so far in 3 games. Assabet just left. Big number 2 fired wide. Sent back towards the net. Simmet will settle and cover. 12-12 remaining in the first period. Whitecaps on the board early. A sniz from Ingrid Newman. Freshman at Hill Murray. Nichols taking the draw. Oh, that one fired off the back of their own defender and almost towards the net. Assabet Valley is too much to say every time. Maybe we call them AD. Their made-up nickname, the Colonials. Here's a Colonial woman on the wing. That is a reference from Bridesmaid. For all you watching. Little shot from Nelson. Back up front. Jenny missed point blank on the rebound. Might have got a stick on it from a defender. They're trying to hold. Can't, and breaking out, but in comes Noble. She will stop. Loose puck into Whitecap zone. Fired out to the neutral zone past Jenny and iced. Kicking the stand all over the place. Look at this two good-looking dads over here. Just solid. It doesn't get, a who's who of hockey dads, really. I mean, all you ladies at Applebee's, watch out. Then we'll try to clear. Get the tip to Wagner. Too far ahead. Off Wagner's stick into the zone. Wagner corrals down the corner of Genia. Maddie Kragnes. Back to the side. Kragnes finding Wagner, turns, fires, and a pad save by the Tendy. Momentarily kept in by Wagner, finds a stick in number 22 for the Colonials. Firing it in. Caven picks it up, brings the board. Jr in with a long shift. Trying to get that to Newman, who's now in. Just backhands it into center ice. Anvil now in. And Lamantia will now come on, complete the line change. Colonial's on the move, number 14. Lamantia comes in, bumps off. Caven picks it up off the board. Too far for Anvil, but comes out of the zone. Anvil try to center one to Newman, coming the other way. Here's big number 2. Lamantia from behind tips. Newman putting the body in there. Caven in the far corner. Up to Ambule, sends it to the middle to Newman. Newman trying to chip up to Lamantia. Got a piece of it, Lamantia. Couldn't quite get it. And, whoa, she gets checked in the boards. And that one fired across. Caven got a piece of it, but it's out. And moving with Newman all over. Comes into the Whitecap zone. And Newman in the corner up the board, but Lamantia not able to get there. Colonials, and comes out. What did I call them? Colonials, like that's their name, and I have no idea. Assabet Valley in front, fired, and a kick save, Simmet. Lamantia clears. Nichols in, trying to get there, gets a piece of it, battling through. Heatman now. Nichols, Garrity, all three are back in. There's Garrity and Nichols working down low, battling 2v2, as the kids say. Nichols, try to get it back to Heatman. Banging around the far corner. Garrity gets possession, goes behind the net. Turns into some pressure. Nichols turns, fires, and a blocker save up into the netting out of play. Was looking to go top left corner. So we got that shoulder and blocker up. And makes the save. That'll bring in the Cragness line. Mills and Noble at the blue line. Mills tries to send that one deep. A hit by Wagner, and that's a penalty. And it'll be a power play for Assabet Valley, who may or may not be called the Colonials. Got flags on their sweaters. Maybe they're the flags. Power play, Assabet Valley. 2Ks. Cragness, Mills, Jenia, and Noble with Avery Wagner in the penalty box for a minute 30. On the body check. Valley back to the point, number 19, Newton. Takes it down the line, down low. And back out to number 9. Pressure by Jenia forces her to the left side. Tries to send her into the crease, stopped by Mills. Fired sharp angle, and Mills fires it out from the goal line. It's going to go on net, so there'll be no icing. It'll be left to regroup. Here comes Lamantia. Just missed the turnover. And back, stick save, rebound save by Simmet. Nice sequence there by Ruby. Newman putting on the pressure. Off the stick of Lamantia. And here comes Newman. Off the left side, we'll dump it in. We'll go give chase. Newman using the body. Up comes out, and Lamantia's got to get back. 2v2 numbers. Gets his stick on it and breaks it up. He's out front. Solonic will send it around the boards. And they have killed the penalty. Here comes Ambule. Clears the zone right to Assabet Valley. With somewhere to go. Gets to the stick of number 2. Almost in, not. And here comes Nichols. Only a matter of time before she gets a cook in. She's in the corner. Garrity now in. Ambule still there. Sending one. Oh, and just missed as Garrity was trying to tap that one in out front. Mill was trying to handle it at the blue line. And chipped out by Colonials. You've got Nelson defending and poke check. It's up to the board. Garrity can clear with a 25 for the Colonials still in. Back out to the point. Fired. Gloved up. Assabet with a look all the way into the old net. 5:09 left here in the first period. Ingrid Newman, the goal scorer. That is. Well, they change out the D. I can't figure out who was swapping it or caving in. Here comes Garrity. They get through the defense. 2 defenders tipped away, so chase it in. Heatman trying to go back along the boards to Garrity. Flip past her by AV. Colonials on the move. Heatman sending it behind Garrity. Fired across and all the way down, icing on. 4:22 remain here in the first. Cragness line comes in. Fired on net. That was Solonic in the left defensive position. Wagner now back to the point. Nelson, low shot. Loose out in front. It is chaos. The referee, I didn't hear a whistle. It's dead somehow, though. You had the goalie for Assabet Valley flailing. And puck is in the net, but they have no idea what to call it. No goal is the call. Officials are talking it over still. They're pulling the puck out of the net, but no goal. And you can hear Rick Wagner perhaps say, if you pull it out of the net, it's usually a goal. No, and that looks like the no goal is going to stand. The officials don't know why it's no goal, but just because. And we'll continue to play on with a 1-0 lead at 4:03 left in the first. It's hard to see a lot of bodies out in front. The goalie's kind of laying across the goal line. Colonials on the move, breaking out 2-on-1. Shot save, Simmet. Solonic went and defended the other player on the right side of the 2v1. Let Simmet handle the shot, and she does. Nelson, pass up to Jenia. Can't get it across. Loses it, catching the D on a change. In comes Assabet Valley, firing off the top of the post, off the crossbar. And it went bar up instead of bar down, and that'll come out of the zone. And a few costly turnovers, almost, I guess, uncostly turnovers, as they didn't score, but almost. And that one's fired left by Noble, leading to some scoring chances for Assabet Valley. Ambule in the corner. That one will come out to Noble racing over, flips it towards the net. Ambule trying to get a stick on it, chasing the corner. LeMantia trying to pull it out. Tipped up, tipped in. Now coming out. On the right far side, Noble stopping it, Ambule picking it up. Trying to backhand it to the middle, couldn't get anything on it. Lamantia now picking it up, sending it up to Ambule. Cross back off Lamantia's stick. And Newman will chase it in the corner. Bodies the girl off her. As she does, drops it for Lamantia. Lamantia back to Newman one time, it's half this left. I think a defender got a stick on it. That one comes back to Newman, sends it back down low. Ambule out front, nope, intercepted. You had Newman lined up at F3. And that one coming the other way. Noble battling, Caven getting back. 2v1 numbers, turning, firing, and stick to the left by Simmett. That went into the side of the net by Assabet Valley. Now, Newman, Ambule fired it across. Too hot at thigh level for Lamantia, so that'll go into the zone. Picked up, line change, Whitecaps. And another rush by Assabet Valley. That one fired midsection, hits the ice after Simmett's chest pad, but she pulls it back into cover. 1:35 left, and even though the early stage of this game was dominated by the Whitecaps, Assabet Valley finding some odd number of rushes and getting some shots on Simmett. It's having a great first period. Tentative 1-0 lead for the Whitecaps. Almost a third of the way into this one. Nichols couldn't get the shot off. Defensive stick on it. Poked down low by Keatman. Garrity working the wall. Drops it for Nichols. Nichols trying to get out front. Will navigate. Leave it for Solonic. Walks. Turns. Backdoor Keatman, but a defensive stick gets on it. Keatman now dropping it back for Nichols. Little puck battle in the corner out front, but the defense out front is doing a good job getting sticks in the passing lanes. And Assabet Valley turning, firing off of Simmett's glove. Didn't cover it. It's loose behind the net. Garrity in the corner. Skates out, trying to get it up the boards, right to the defense. Number 18, White, tries to get a shot off, disrupted by Solonic. Looks like she's going to skate it out. Does. She's on the move, stops at the red line. And here's Assabet Valley again coming through and circles back as they're concerned about offside. Trying to get the piece of that one. Past Wagner into the zone, but right back to the Colonials. Here comes Cragness. Off the stick of Mills. Cragness picks it up. Into the zone on the left. Centers one right to Assabet. And that is the end of the first period, folks. A little bit uneven play. Started off strong and then a little bit sloppy passing, some lazy turnovers. Cross-ice passing that led to some opportunities and some rushes for Assabet Valley. Going to have to be careful there, but it is a 1-0 lead. Goal scorer is Ingrid Newman, but I get the feeling that the Whitecaps are going to need to put a little more offense on the boards. And the rink goes silent here during the intermission. The other Whitecaps 14U team, the Whitecap Futures, which are a year younger, 2012s, playing in the other rink here behind us. They are the 8th seed playing against the number 1 seed Chicago Mission in the other quarterfinal game happening at this time. It was 0-0 super early in that one before I came back to this rink to get started. No updates there, but good luck to the Whitecap Futures 2012s playing in the quarterfinals as well. A loss would eliminate us from contention. I do think there would be a consolation game tomorrow morning, is my understanding, at some point. Don't have details on that, but we're not going to worry about that because a win will send us to the semifinals, which will also be tomorrow morning at some point. Times TBD. Cragness line coming out for period deuce. Mills and Nelson. Ruby Simmet still in net for likely halfway through the second period, and we'll switch over as Phil Milinkovic play halvesies. Nelson off the board, Crag miss. Just inside the blue line, just off the stick of Wagner. Couldn't settle it in, would have had a good lift from the forehand. Shot in the side of the net, and Simmet just covers that one up. Assabet, number 2 on the board. Tries to come back to the defense, will come out of his own. Fired back up, misses everybody. They say no icing, but it didn't touch anybody, but we'll play on. Nelson off the skates of Wagner out into center ice. Shift forward at the official seat in front of the Assabet Valley bench. Nelson will get it behind Simmet. You got Wagner leaking out. Nelson trying to skate it up the boards, gets it taken away. Lamantia coming on, gets a piece of it, but not a strong enough stick. Now stopped and rifled in by AV. Nelson again by herself. Was up the board past Lamantia. Ooh, I don't know where she was going, but went right by the defender. Loose puck in the circle. Fired up. And now fired towards the middle, but too far right. Kitty corner. Out looking for Wagner. Gets a piece of it. She's on her own. Breakaway, number 40. Avery Wagner turning, scoring. Avery Wagner, top left corner. You don't want to leave her all by her lonesome. AW. Putting it on 2-0. Just turned into a scoring machine here recently. One Avery Wagner over the last several months. Newman and Andrew now complete the change. Lamantia was already in there. And she's battling in front of the Whitecap bench along with Newman. Newman comes away with it. Will enter in the middle. Chipped away, but holding his own was Noble. There's Newman. Lamantia sharp angle shot. Got to the net. Ambule on the left side now. Going across ice to Caven. Caven turns, fires. And went off the goalie's glove. Wraparound attempt by Lamantia just missed. Caven tries to fire one. It goes right of the net. Lamantia and Ambule behind the net. Trying to come away. Now Newman. Ambule comes back out front. Somehow Lamantia missed a wraparound. Looked like there was an opening on the net. Lamantia now chasing the corner, sending it to Newman. Newman trying to center one, can't, has pressure. Andule comes back out to the point, back down low to Andule, past her stick to Newman. Newman, as Lamantia out front, couldn't get it to her. Defender gets on her. Lamantia was wide open out front. Newman tries to go to Lamantia, misses it on the boards. And fired out by the Colonials. Icing. .11:33 left here in the second. Scarabee line. Scarabee playing center right now. Nichols puts it up, fires it to the corner. Keatman working to get there. Out front, Nichols. Save not covered. Garrity back to Solonic, walking, firing. Low shot, saved. Rebound, pushed away by Assabet Valley. Solonic kicks it off, turns, toe drags. Couldn't get the shot off. That one gets by everyone, and Assabet Valley is going to get it out. Centering pass, Josie Nelson defending, and just handles that one cleanly. Didn't even let the girl start putting moves on, just shoved her off it. And Garrity will send it in. Nichols giving chase. Nichols getting there to the front of the net. Stop. Nelson pops it in and then takes a pop on the far boards. Looking out the other way, coming out, and a breakaway. Nelson trying to get back, does, and hammers it out of his zone. Great defensive play, Josie Nelson, and an offside. .10:09 left here in the second. Got the Magnus line back in. Noble circling behind Simmick, who's still in the game for now, off the skate of Jenya. It's Kragner's trying to get it over to an open Wagner. Couldn't. Good defense. Assabet on the move, off the stick and in the zone. Mills back in, but a centering pass and tip shot just missed outside the right post. Number 3 cycling. One-timer attempt was missed. Mills might have got a stick on that. Or Jenya, one of them. Comes back to the point right at the blue line. 25 sends it to the corner. Nobody home for the Colonials. Noble sends it up and tips it out. And Jenya gets a piece of it. Going to try to beat her. Gets the angle on her. Coming out front. Tripped up from behind. And that'll be a penalty on the Colonials. They don't receive the puck, so they'll play on. Finley shot off it, and the rebound goes behind Jenya, and they'll blow the whistle now for the penalty. There'll be a power play upcoming for the Jr Whitecaps. Up 2-0, 9 minutes left here in the second. They're at the Pepsi Arena. It's not actually, it's the Ice Castle. Brought to you by Pepsi. Power play, back to Caven. Jenya, Wagner, shot, saved. Jenya drops it back, Solonic. Trying to get it down low, intercepted, and Colonials will skate it out in the zone and staying on the move over to 22 on the right, short-handed, trying to get a chance up in front and caught the stick of number 45 out front, and a great short-handed chance. And that one gets out to Wagner. Can she get by? She can. She gets taken down, and another penalty will be called as Wagner was turning the corner and got taken down, and it'll be a 5-on-3. For the Whitecaps for 40 seconds, as always, barring any future penalties. It looks like it will be the Newman line coming out for the fortunate chance here, 5-on-3. Along with Nelson and Mills. Madison Mills, Josie Nelson, Ingrid Newman to try to take control. Comes out, ambule to Nelson. She's got all kinds of time. We'll go cross ice to Mills. Firing, trying to go to the back door. Lamantia tipped away. And here comes Nelson, turning fire, low shot. We'll go to the corner. Lamantia goes back to Nelson. Turns, fires, and that one held on too easily. .21 seconds left on the first penalty, 1:06 left on the second. Still 5-on-3. And then across, but that'll be flipped out and iced. No icing on those PKs, so it'll come right back down and do it again. No benefit to flipping it out that way. And that'll get us a change in goalie. Rude with a shutout first half of the game. And in comes Milinkovic. Let's see if we get a little no slide into the net today for Milinkovic. And Newman line going to try it again. 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Then it'll go 5-on-4. Nelson. Cross ice to Mills. Nelson. Back over to Mills. A lot of traffic out front. Hit, and it'll be sent out. Milinkovic will come out to play it. Gets up to Nelson. Behind Ambule. Oh, tried to make the pass, but broke it up. Lamantia pulls it away. Over to Ambule. Lamantia back to Nelson. Back to Lamantia. Turns, fires, and knocked down by Newman out front. Newman on the backhand. Tipped. Held in Mills. That one blocked, but she's able to hold it again. Going back to Ambule. Ambule across. Lamantia's trip as she was trying to one-time it. She's trying to open up and just lost it. And here comes the Colonial shorthanded, turning, firing off the chest pad of Milinkovic. It's still loose. Power play expired. It's 5-on-5. That one thrown across ice through the crease. Newman behind the net. Coming across, looking for Ambule. Ambule in on the left. Drops it for Newman. They've been out there a while, and I think looking to get off the ice, and Lamantia did. That one fired, and that one goes off of Nichols out front. We've hit our own girls out front a couple times. Ambule on her backhand surveying. Trying to find one-timer, goal! That went in! I know it did. No goal is the call. I saw that one go in with my own two eyes. It went in and I think bounced out and held on to. They're going to switch goalies after that one. It'll remain 2-0. I don't know who that was that came off the bench. I kind of missed it. She was a flash, I think, came off the bench right into the middle. And hammered a one-time attempt that looked like it went in but called no goal again. Well, yeah, I thought her pad was behind the goal line as well. That's what Tony Genia said. So it looked to me like it did go under her pad, but it looked like it was behind the goal line. But no goal is the call. Second questionable one, but it remains a 2-goal lead for the Whitecaps. Garrity hounding. Heatman and Nichols coming out. Nichols flying in the air. Up the left side, Colonials rips a shot off the blocker, Milinkovic, and a whistle of penalty on the Whitecaps. And it is Nichols heading to the penalty box. I think I saw an interference sign, is what the official said. I didn't see the penalty happen, but it'll be now a power play for the Colonials, who at this point have to be happy trailing only by 2. And if they could get one back here on the power play, it would be business. Noble in the corner. Can't get it. Now does. Chips it out. Great job, Garrity. And stays in the zone. Garrity picks it up. She's got 2 on her, shorthanded. Haven defending far side. Sharp angle shot off the pads of Milinkovic. It's going to trickle out. Garrity trying to knock it up. Can't. It'll be picked up by Noble. She's going to skate it in. And a swipe check knocks it away. She gets it back. Flying through. Going across. And that one was stopped. It was Cragness trying to get a shot off. And here from the Colonials, number 18. Has to escape out of pressure. Put one in the middle. It does get through. Number 11 is going to turn fire. Milkovic saved. 23 seconds left on the power play. Colonials 45 shoots. A low one wide left. Not on net. Trying to get one out front. Stopped and fired off a defender. Stays in the zone. In the circle, loose puck. Chipped out. Nice job, Noble. Back in the zone. Noble will grab that one. Power play expires. Both teams at full strength. Nichols goes to the bench. Here's Jenya across, trying to sauce it for Cragness. Lost the handle, Rose. The AV player now turning, firing off of Milinkovic. Goes into the near corner. 3:03 left here in the second. Fired out to Jenya. She's working to get on the move. Got Newman coming in, rushing the net. Can't get the pass through. Still has it on her backhand. Tried to get a spinning forehand shot off. Knocked away. Colonials, they're on the move. Number 2 knocked away. There's Newman getting it up to Ambuel. Ambuel up the left-hand side. Got Lamantia racing in from the right. Ambuel can't get the pass off. It is going to go back to the defense. Mills turns, fires, scores. Nope, missed left. Mills now battling her own zone. Big number 2. Puck is under, and now she takes a little shove to the face as she's trying to get up. Newman will pick it up. Lamantia off the boards. Will check her out. Tipped up. Ambuel on the run. Trying to get there. Lamantia. Now Ambuel, loose puck. Stopped by Garabee. Lamantia gets housed by number 2 behind the play and kept in by Noble. Lamantia struggling at the half wall. Garabee comes away with it, dumps it back. Lamantia will pick it up. Tried to center and had nothing there. She's been out there a while, has to get off the ice. One is going to go the other way. Lost their stick, so Garabee will pick it up. Cross ice, one-timer, missed left. Keatman. And Audrey's going to come get off the ice finally. That'll allow Nichols to get out. Keatman to Nichols, one-timer, stick save, a nice one. And a penalty will be called. It will be a power play for the Whitecaps again with 1:01 remaining in the second. It's a tripping call. Another penalty for Assabet Valley. Garabee line will stay out for the PP. Nichols fires into the glove of number 36 in net. Saw that one eye level. Got Caven at the right D. Solonic, known as E. Elizabeth Solonic, at the left D. Caven working the defense. Nice job. Nichols has it. Cross ice Garabee. Garabee up the left side. Gets forwarded up. Nichols comes away with it. Sharp angle shot, score! And that's what Audrey Nichols does to you. Can score from anywhere. Just haven't had the opportunities, and now she does it. Audrey Nichols. getting on the score sheet. 3-0 Whitecaps here in the second. Boy, she can score from any angle, and that was one of them. "17 seconds left here in the second. Seven seconds left. See if they can get one more. And Nichols sends it out. One-timer shot. Went off of a pad somewhere. And that's the end of the second, folks. We will take a short break and come on back for the third. This will be one more period of action here today on this Saturday, August 30th. And if the Junior Whitecaps can hang on to this one, they'll be back playing in the semifinals tomorrow morning. I think the earliest game time will be, potential game time would be 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central Time, but we will see where we end up after these quarterfinal matches end here this evening. It is the gold bracket here at the Labor Day Festival in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hope you guys are enjoying the feed. A little bit of pro tip heard from Robert Lamantia. If you are watching on the YouTube channel, apparently you can click a button on the left side of the screen that will allow you to rewind the live feed and see a replay. So if you want to see a goal again right after it happens, you can hit it once or twice and see it, and then it can also apparently go right back to the live action. Tapping another button. I haven't tried it myself as I'm on the other end of this YouTube channel, but maybe something to give a try to. Vukovic and Assabet doing one of their well-known goalie dances over there. Always locked in. Practice line will come out to start number 3. Vukovic will head back between the pipes. Mills and Nelson, looks like they're out there for defense. Dragons will take the draw. Start of the third happens now. Valley chips it out. Entering the zone. Poked up, but held in. This is everybody goes into the near corner. It'll be Mills firing it back behind to Nelson. Off the boards. So Wagner got stuck at mid-ice, and Nelson pulls it back across to Mills. Misses Pragnis, but gets a piece of it. Goalie chips it away and comes out of his zone. On the move, number 25, it'll be picked off by Caven. Tries to get it over to Lamantia to regroup. Ambiel, but Ambiel had a girl in her way going to the bench. Lamantia picks it up, lost the handle on it, tip to the side. Caven stepping up, comes out. Linkovic drops it behind the net. Caven to Noble. Up to the stick of Newman. Newman over the red line, over the blue line. Drops it back to Ambiel. Caven got turned over, but gets back and breaks up the cross-ice pass. It's going to be Ambiel picking it up. No numbers. She's by herself. Weinmitz went off, so she'll dump it in deep and get off the ice herself. No, Newman's still out there. Thought she'd get off the ice. Assabet Valley in the zone. Pass comes out ahead, and Nichols trying to get there. Will try to get to the front of the net. Does get the second shot off. Couldn't get it to go. Pass intercepted. Now Keaton gets a piece of it. Dumps it over. Fires. Keaton to Garrity. Loose in the circle. Keaton picks it back up. Goes down there. Nichols out front. Goes harder on the board. Solonic pinching. Loose puck intercepted Nichols. To the backhand, front hand, and that might have went off the post. Comes up to Solonic over to Nelson. Fires and tipped by Keatman. Almost redirected that one that was outside of the post, inside of the post. Ooh, that one fired outside the right post. Nichols dropping to Garrity. Couldn't get the pass off. And that'll be iced out by the Colonials. 10:42 left in this one. 3-0. It was Newman, Wagner, and Nichols scoring. That one fired wide right by Mills. Finds Jr. His shot blocked. Mills sends it. And Assabet Valley out on the move. Moves back to Noble. He's back up to Wagner. Knocked off it, but Craigness will send it out. And catching the Whitecaps on a change. That one missed left, and it'll get to Ambiel, who can't clear it. Now tipped by Mills, gets to the stick of Newman. Ambiel will pick it up, finding Lamantia, who's trying to get it going. Weak shot. I don't know if she's just trying to pass it off the pads almost, but Newman. Ambule one-timer scored. Ambule from Newman. And that's the shot we're looking for. And Ambule put it on the board. Yes. 4-0. Haven with pressure. Haven to Lamantia, but she is struggling a little bit here second half of this game. Tips it, but not coming out. There's it now. Haven tries to get it. Sitting in the middle, and Newman will eventually pick it up. Newman to Lamantia. Tries to go around the defender, can't. Lamantia gets it up to Peatman. They get off the ice. Peatman fires it on. It's to Nichols. Off the crossbar. She's had a couple. She's scored one and almost scored three. Peatman dropping it back again to Nichols. Garrity now in the corner. Trying to get it to Nichols. Garrity comes away with it. Peatman out front. His puck tipped out and tipped up. Out comes Mills with the play, sends it back in. 7:30 left in this one. It's 4-0. Held up just inside Assabet Valley's blue line. Cross-ice pass. Mills gets it. Finding the stick of Teaton off the board. Intercepted, but intercepted again. It's Nichols one more time. Coming back to the forehand, turning, firing off the glove, and covered up. Nichols peppering Assabet Valley goalies with shots. Had one go in. It's still 4-0. Fragmus line coming in with Caven and Noble. Block shot by Noble coming the other way. Caven getting back. Gets a piece of it and disrupts the speed of Finley Caven. Here comes Wagner. She gets tripped up. No arm going up in the air. It went up halfway, but then stopped. And here's Jenya trying to get a toe drag move. Can't. Puck comes trickling out, and Wagner gets there first, coming out of the zone. We'll send it over to Solonic, finding Fragmus. Pumped off it. Again, held in just inside the blue line. Break that pass. Not out. Now it does come out. Sending pass. Newman can handle it. It's loose. Fired on net. Stick to the corner by Milinkovic. Nancy on the move, firing it across to Ambule. Trying to get it in, does. Newman picks it up. On her backhand to the front hand, front hand. Loose on the back door. Nancy couldn't get there. Nancy again. Try to get it to Newman, and again couldn't. Assabet Valley getting it up ahead. Fired across the crease. On the move, Ambule will chip it out. Change for the Whitecaps. Send it in, Noble in the corner. We've got the Garrity Nichols Keatman line in. Just under 5 minutes left. Assabet Valley and Keatman will get called for that penalty. It'll be a body check. Delayed penalty fired off the glove of Milinkovic. And that'll blow it dead for the power play for Assabet Valley. Forthcoming, 4:17 remaining. Should be 91 Keatman, and she'll head to the box. Nichols and Garrity look like they're staying out, and Solonic and Caven coming in for the PK. Nope, it looks like Wagner and Genia will come in. Nichols, Garrity will depart. Fresh legs for the PK. A 4-goal advantage. The officials talking to the scorers table about something. Not sure what. Not sure what that's all about. Oh, and it looks like one of the Assabet Valley girls is going to the penalty box. I don't know for what. And it looks like a timeout, Assabet Valley, and see if we can figure this one out. What was the call on them?
Delay a game.
Delay of game?
Delay a game. I think she shouted at me.
Oh. Oh, okay. Sounds like a delay of game. Some extracurricular activities after the whistle. One of the girls cross-checked Noble. And a timeout, Assabet Valley. They're going to see if they can draw something up. Which way are you going? I can move stuff around. Yep, there is 4:17 left. We've got dual penalties on the board. Sometimes I don't know if they're going to play 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. I think 4-on-4. What do I know? A long time out. Apparently it's a 5-minute timeout.
It's the longest time out.
No. All right, I think we're going to play some more hockey, maybe. I don't know. Thought they were going to maybe resurface for a minute. It does appear they will go 5-on-5 with the two offsetting penalties. Oh, and they're still talking it over the scores table. Okay, I think we're about ready to go. There's the Pragnus line out with Solonic and Haven. 4:15 left in this one. Wagner, the left side. And Pragnus lost the handle. Coming the other way. Haven in the corner. Cross ice. Solonic up for Wagner. Chips it to the blue line. It did come out and whistled. Offside. 3:45 left. Somehow a different time on the penalties for each team, 59 and 57 seconds, even though they start at the same time. Weird. Loose puck, and that is an icing. We'll bring in the Newman line. And Buell gets one out, past Lamantia. Shipped out. Moves out of the zone, Newman. Into the corner. After the belly coming out the other side. Buell scored out. Newman offside. And that ended the penalties. That'll bring out the Garrity line with 2:37 left. Girls have to learn to close that penalty door behind them. Keatman backhanded in towards the net, knocked down. Rolls to Keatman in the corner. Under 2:30 left. Out front, loose puck picked up. Colonials on the move. Tipped away Nelson. Held in at the blue line. Colonials will get back to moves again. Skating and firing, finding the stick of Garrity, who backs it into the zone and tries to get a shot off, save. Noble comes back to Mills as it trickles out of the zone. Moves up to Nichols. Off the board, looking for Garrity, too far ahead. Will she get there? She won't. Icing coming the other way, 1:23 remains. Brings out the Pragnus line to perhaps finish this one off. Haven to Wagner. It's Byer. Noble sends it over to Caven. They'll try the near side. Can't clear. Wagner pounds it off the board, but stays in. Noble just trying to bang it through. Does get it out of his own. Colonial's back in their own zone. Caven coming up. Bouncing puck. Gets out front. Caven picks it up. Fires. Misses left. Jenny to the corner, but nobody home. 30 seconds left. Fragnes to Jenia. Wagner out front. Fires a pass, but stops. And chips out. The players go falling down. 8 seconds left. And fires it out. That will send it to the side and do it. Whitecaps will take the victory and advance to the semifinals. A shutout for the combo of Assabet and Milinkovic. And a great game. Ingrid Newman with a goal and an assist on the Newman line to Riley Ambuel on the assist. So they got things going offensively. Audrey Nichols doing Audrey Nichols things out there with a goal and a couple of shots that hit steel. And either way, it's a 4-0 victory, and we will see tomorrow morning. Again, don't know the times yet until the rest of the quarterfinal games end. But we will be seeing you again for at least one more game. Semifinals forthcoming tomorrow. In the meantime, the girls will be working on Belden DeVoe music videos tonight. I heard there are tryouts forthcoming. We will see you tomorrow morning, folks. Enjoy your